Hello and welcome to SteveKnows. Today, I want to go over some things about the Quest 3 that you probably didn't know. I did put out a poll, and 70% of you didn't know at least one of these facts about the Quest 3, and I have even more than I initially posted, so hopefully there is something here to get you hyped and excited for the Quest 3, and you learn something. There are things like new features that are not going to be on the Quest 2, secret features found in the developer hub, and PCVR improvements that could change the game, and more. So I think that's enough chin wagging. Let's get started. Starting with the controllers for the Quest 3, they're going to include True Touch Haptics. This is a huge upgrade from the Quest 2 and provides a cleaner, punchier haptic response with less violence. So in the body of the controller, we're going to have something called VCMs, which are voice coil haptics, which put simply is this very small, powerful speaker that will use sound waves to create feedback. It's not exactly a speaker creating sound waves though, it's the voice coil that's used in a speaker that creates sound waves, but it's just much easier to visualize what's actually happening inside the controller to create this new incredible feedback. These haptics do use more battery though, so you may see a reduction in the battery life of your controllers versus the Quest 2, but by how much I don't know yet. The Quest controllers lasted an absolute lifetime. It was pretty amazing. So if you owned a PlayStation 5, you would have felt the VCM style of haptics before in the DualSense controller, and I would be so excited for this upgrade if you haven't tried it before. If you're coming from Quest 1 or Quest 2, which is using linear resonant actuators, this is a huge upgrade and it feels fantastic in VR. Next is something else that they mentioned in their developer talk, which is a two-stage trigger on the Quest 3.
One more little secret hiding in these controllers. We've changed the index trigger on the Touch Plus controllers so that it is a two-stage trigger.
So the index trigger is going to have two stages to it, which means when you pull the trigger, it will have the usual action, but then you can pull the trigger even harder and apply force to it, and this will have a different action. So I'm assuming this is similar to what we've seen in Apple devices where it's 3D touch, where you touch the screen, it'll do your action, then you touch a little harder and it'll give you more options. So this can provide new styles of play in our VR experiences. Let's see how developers use this option. Pretty cool to see. Maybe we can do like Goku powering up, that'd be epic. So a big one for the Quest 3 is you're going to be able to track your body, at least the top half of your body, and the Quest 2 and the Pro will not have this luxury. So the Quest 3 has cameras facing downwards that are able to pick up on the movement of your torso, your shoulders, elbows, arms, and wrists, which could help with numerous things. The first is this creates realistic movement in your avatars in the virtual world, helping to tackle that jank that you often see where arms and elbows start popping with full body avatars, because previously it was basing your movement on your hands and your head. It's also going to assist in creating more realistic AI generated legs over the Quest 2 and Pro headsets. The Quest ecosystem is going to have this feature, but it will be more accurately represented on the Quest 3 thanks to the additional data points. I do hope full body tracking is going to come in the future, not just body tracking, possibly with a few updates, just like they did with hand tracking. It got so much better over its lifetime. And thanks to this feature, there is something else that is literally going to change how you play VR, and that is Torso Traversal. So in games currently, you will go to your game settings, you'll select things like smooth locomotion or teleportation for your movement, and then you choose hand or head based locomotion. This is if you turn your head, if you turn left, you will start moving in the left direction. Same with your hands. You would have noticed some shooters you'll be shooting, you'll go to like shoot behind you, and then you will start walking backwards because it is hand based locomotion. With torso tracking, it should better represent how we move in the real world. Deca Gear tried to solve this with the Deca Move, which was a hip tracking tool, so your hands and head could move independently and not affect your direction of travel, just like in real life. So torso traversal should work in a similar manner. The direction your body is facing is the direction that you will move. This is going to make shooters so much better. You'll be able to shoot behind you perfectly fine and also look around and aim while still moving in the direction that you want to, making it feel more realistic and more immersive. If you've not tried the Deca Move before, you're going to love this. If you have tried it before, you know what's to come. You know how impactful this is to your play. Now, moving on to PCVR gamers, this is a huge one. So Qualcomm in their new chipsets will support AV1 codecs, and Virtual Desktop have released an update to support this for wireless PCVR connectivity. There is a catch though. This is only going to work and be leveraged if you're using an RTX 40 series GPU or an AMD RX 7000 series GPU, so you may be looking to upgrade your gaming PC soon or in the next year or two to take advantage of this. So why is this big news? What difference is this actually going to make? The AV1 codec means that you're going to get improved image quality using the same bit rates, so it's also going to produce more stable frame times as well, so it should produce a smoother experience, but it's going to be more demanding on your GPU. So Guy Godin, the developer of Virtual Desktop, who is so transparent with his voice, he'll speak what he thinks, said that this is the best wireless PCVR headset by far. There is potential here for increased latency as well though, because the codec, due to hardware processing, does increase a bit of latency. It takes a little bit more time, but the increased frequency band of Wi-Fi 6E should counter some of that as well. But this is all theory. I haven't actually tried it yet. Got the headset. I'm ready to give this a go, but I just can't, you know, you have to wait for release date for full reviews, unfortunately. Based on the videos that are using AV1 versus HVEC, it looks freaking awesome. I'm really hoping it's going to solve that disgusting looking compression issue. Speaking of squishing, I've got some information that became apparent that many were not actually aware of, and that's that the Asgard's Wrath offer for purchasing the 128GB model of the Quest is available until January the 27th. This is not a pre-order promotion. The 512GB model, this also applies, but you get 6 months of the Quest Plus subscription. So again, this is not a pre-order promotion. This is something that you'll get until the 27th of January. No rush to buy Quest 3 before full reviews just to get that free game. You've got a few months still. One of the biggest game changers of this headset, among many others of course, is the addition of the depth sensor and spatial anchors, which is enabling things called Augments, and this should be coming next year to the Quest platform, and I am very excited for this. My god! So augments are kind of like decor. You can place them around your real environment and they will stay there, such as a clock. Or I'm hoping for trophies from achievement unlocks in a game or pre-order bonuses, but you can place these around your room and they will persist. You can even go a step further and add portals to your home environment that will extend the boundaries of your world and act as an entry point into a game. Someone even put outer space as the ceiling of their room, so when they look up in mixed reality, they're looking out into the solar system. It was pretty freaking impressive. So augments provide spatially aware and interactive digital objects that persist. This is going to make the virtual world, or the blending of your worlds, your own. I'm very excited for this one, especially since the custom homes have taken away on PCVR. I want to see it on Quest. Oh, the next one is the Quest is going to get a native Xbox Cloud gaming application, so you'll be able to play console games on an IMAX-sized screen anywhere you want with an internet connection, of course, but the ability to put your headset on anywhere in the world as long as you've got an internet connection and play some games on a huge-ass screen is such a win. You can connect the Xbox controller to the headset via Bluetooth and play games in stunning quality on a screen the size of something that I could never afford. So it's VR, AR, and console gaming all in one. The next one is the Quest 3 will automatically boost the resolution of your existing library without the need of an update. So this is due to the development process in Unity and Unreal. They're using a multiplier setup for the default resolution of a device rather than a hard-coded resolution value. So it's dynamic. Instead of saying I want 1080p, you're going to say I want 1x on the hardware's default resolution. So there is a feature when developing games called dynamic resolution. This allows the resolution to drop during intense scenes and increase when there's plenty of overhead. The upper limit of that has increased to 3519 for Quest 3, so you're not going to see additional assets, but the quality should be much clearer on the Quest 3 out of the box. And something else now that was in the developers conference, which many of us wouldn't have watched unless we were developers or we just had a keen interest in this, is the ability to capture Quest content using a wired connection to the PC. So this is going to connect via a USB-C cable and utilize the Dev Studio application. And you can capture a cinematic 4K video from within the headset. And this includes an additional 30 degrees of field of view as well. So this is amazing for content creation to give you guys the best quality videos with stabilization thanks to the extra 30 degrees horizontal capture as well. The Dev Hub is available on the Meta website, so I'll link that down below in the description. So this is a win for playing VR and consuming VR content on our socials. So that's it from me today, guys. That is the list of things that it seemed from the market research that many VR folks were not aware of. If you learned something new, please let me know down below in the description. If there's something I have not mentioned here though, please comment as well, because I'd love to hear it, and of course share the knowledge with the community. I'm so excited to try the Quest 3, and my plans for the rest of the day is to play with that bad boy. So any questions, let me know for my full review, and have a great week, guys. Happy gaming! Good day!